I'm going to go over the MAXPEDITION Beefy Pocket Organizer in this episode. And this is how it comes in a bag just like this. And unwrapping it, you can see the tag. It just says the OD Green Beefy Pocket Organizer, made in Vietnam, so it'll love you a long time. And as you can see, it has MOLLE webbing on the back, so if you have things such as the malice clips, you can put them on there and attach this to various other MOLLE items. Let's go inside. And one thing that is cool, right off the bat, I have a lot of patches, and there we go. You can put patches on here. So as usual, really good craftsmanship. I love the silent 550 cord zipper pulls. The clamshell opening. Let's go over some of the features. This is made with 1050D nylon, genuine YKK zippers, and Duraflex hardwares. It does have a really nice little carry handle on here, right there. The size of this is 8 inches high, 6 inches wide, and 2.5 inches thick. The volume is around 116 cubic inches, or 1.9 liters. And then it has as stated, the Velcro spot on here. It is 2 inches by 4 inches. It's available in black, OD green, khaki, foliage green, and wolf gray. One of the cool features of this, if you're going to put together a little survival kit, is this. It will fit a 16-ounce bottle of water. So you can do a bunch of survival items, you know, some power bars, some tools, and then have water, because you know, obviously you can't survive without water, and in here. But let's go over this really quick. You've got a D-ring right there, and then a paracord loop. So this you can, you know, clip on carabiner your keys. This you can tie something on. These you have 6 small elastic loops right there, and then 3 big ones. And I apologize, I don't have a tape measure handy, but I will do, they're roughly about 1 inch. And then those are just under 2 inches, these ones right there. And then you do have a big pocket right there, full size. And then over on this end, this is the deep end, you've got an elastic loop right there. You could probably fit like a tourniquet. And then you've got kind of the same thing over there. You've got longer ones though, of these 4 longer ones, and then 2 big ones over there. Okay, just to show you, like I said, you can fit, you know, bottled water in there. A tourniquet would fit perfectly in this one right here. So there we've got a tourniquet right there. These little ones, you can put, you know, a pair of gloves. You could even, they fit better over in this one. You know, just to kind of show you, this is a GI triangular bandage. You know, everybody should have one of these. And it's roughly about the same size as like a compressed gauze or something similar to that. So you could, you know, just to show you, compressed gauze. Look at that. So just a super basic, you could have a stop the bleed kit such as this. You got a pair of gloves, compressed gauze, triangular bandage, and a tourniquet. And then you still have room for a bottle of water in here, some power bars, and then a bunch of survival items on this size over here. And I would do one of those little, I have these small little first aid kits. They just have like the boo-boo kits. They just have Band-Aids, a couple wipes and stuff like that. You can slide one right into there and then put a bunch of smaller tools in here, you know, pocket knife, flashlight, things like that. And just to show you that, I'm always carrying my Platy, so, but just to give you an idea what you could do on this end. You know, there's a mini flashlight right there. You could do, you know, your knife right there like that. And there's still tons of room in this thing. You get some EMT shears. That should probably go in the middle one. We'll switch that around because of the handle. What's cool about this though is it's just so customizable. There we go. Look at that. Some keys right there. And this is just using a small amount of space on here. So one thing I forgot to mention on the front, pretty dumb of me, is this right here. You've got this big mesh area right here. And it's about 2/3 of the length of this. You can just fit all kinds of stuff in there, especially if you got things that are possibly wet and you want them to dry and not get, you know, the other contents in there. But and it has a good amount of Velcro in there holding that. This is very well made. Okay, I've got one other variation I've just configured with this MAXPEDITION pouch. I'm kind of going for my E&E escape and evasion / medical insert that I can throw into my pack. Let's go inside of it. So as you can see, one thing I didn't put in there that I should have was my flashlight. It's in my pocket. So there will be a little mini flashlight right here though, but okay. So basics, got a little candy bar, tourniquet, compressed gauze. So there's stop the bleed right there, stop the hunger. This is more of a national park / maybe city. I got a Silcox key for water, ACR whistle, survival whistle. I've got a rechargeable USB. Well, actually, this is a flashlight too. I forgot about that. So that's why I didn't put it in here originally. This is one of those cool little things that if you turn the power button on, it's a flashlight. But then if you flip the top and hit the power button, it's a pulse lighter. So this is actually a lighter. It's really cool. One of those cool things I got on Amazon. So I have this, and then I have some Arkansas made Three Rivers fire starter. So these two are, that is my heat source. And then in this pouch, I have a hypothermia wrap. It's a little bit better than a space blanket. A space blanket is mylar and it's kind of crinkly and they tear and they're really crinkly and loud. This is a lot softer. It's olive green with silver on the inside, but it is a mixture of laminated polyethylene, so it's really flexible and it doesn't tear like a regular space blanket. So this could be my shelter. So there's some water source there. I should possibly add a bottle of water in here. And then over here, I've got a pair of gloves, a knife. This is just, I don't know, some Jim Frost. I'm not sure what that is. I've had this knife for a long time. Pair of EMT shears. What I like about these is you can just cut all kinds of stuff with these. Like I said, a pair of gloves. And then in here, I have a wilderness and travel medicine. You just never know. It's good to have in there. And it's kind of neat because you can, the Silcox key fits perfect in there. Let me show you how that goes. And then, you know, like some of these smaller items fit perfect. And like I said, this bottom pouch here is perfect size for compressed gauze or like combat gauze or something like that. This pouch here, there's still a lot of space in there. I have these little boo-boo kits. I'm probably going to put one of those in there. And then maybe even put some purification pills. And then I think this thing will be pretty good. So hopefully that was helpful. This is a really cool pouch. And we'll get a lot of use out of it. And I will probably put some stuff into here too. One of the things though, just because this is here doesn't necessarily mean I need to fill it. Maybe I will just leave it empty in case I need to put some stuff in there later, so I have some additional space for certain items. And it's kind of neat because when you do put items into there, you can still kind of see them in there. But yeah, very well. Oh, yeah, that's going to be the tourniquet. I would probably strap in there. I will take this one out of the plastic and then I will strap it in right there, just like that, ready to go. And you can see it's like almost made for it, perfect. And the depth of it is perfect. So this is a great little pack organizer pouch. So hopefully that was helpful. Got some cool ideas of things that will fit into there. So thanks again. So there you have it, some great uses for this organizational pouch. Hopefully you will find a use for one of these. Like I said, there's just so many uses you could use this thing for. I'm gonna try some different configurations and possibly get another one of these because a lot of my packs have two side pouches that generally I just tend to just put some miscellaneous junk in there. And with having everything organized in there, I feel like I can fit a little bit more in there and have it a lot more usable. And like I said, I just love the little pull handle, so I can just pull it out. It's almost like that big main pack organizer that I showed in a previous video on bug out bags. This is a great organizer for those smaller pouches on your pack. Thanks again. Until next time, and if you enjoyed this video, want to see more, hit that like and subscribe. I hardly ever say that, and I want to give a big shout out to MAXPEDITION for letting me test this thing out. This thing is pretty awesome. Like I said, the Platy pocket pouch, I'm wearing it right now. That is with me all the time. And now I'm gonna start carrying my EDC pack. Thanks again, and until next time, bye. Till next time, bye. Big camera. I'm still waiting for the temperature in my water to be perfect. It's still warming up. I'm gonna end it there. Thanks. Like and subscribe. I gotta support this shirt. It was a gift. I love it. I do. So thanks again.